Hey everybody, my name is Tara, and today I'm going to show you one of the ways that I break my 18-hour fast. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, hey, welcome. Don't forget to click and subscribe. That's right, hit that little button there. All right, so I practice a fasting lifestyle. Now, I know fasting is not for everyone, but I cannot express enough how beneficial it really is. So I've always been intermittent fasting, off and on for years. But it wasn't until I went to a fitness convention and one of the participants who took one of my classes, because you didn't see any of my other videos, I am a fitness instructor. But this participant came up to me because I had mentioned in one of my sessions that I do intermittent fasting. And she came up to me and she said, "Oh my gosh, do you follow Mindy Pelz?" And I was like, "No, I don't. I've never heard of this person, even though I'm on YouTube." And she says, "Oh my God, you have to follow this woman. It will change your life." Now, change your life is a bit strong. Is she curing, diseases? What is going on that this will change my life? So, you know what? I'm never one to say I'm not gonna fall into it. I actually researched it, and I came across Mindy Pelz's videos, and I got to tell you, I was blown away. And here's why. So I have reached a point in my life where the weight isn't falling off as it used to be. Even though I work out, even though I watch what I eat, I've been at a plateau for a really long time and I've been stuck. And what I used to do in order to lose weight doesn't work anymore. I mean, I practically used to just walk around the block and drop 5 pounds, right? Those were the days. But I saw as I started to get older that it wasn't falling off like it used to. And I couldn't explain why if I'm doing all the right things. So in researching, Dr. Mindy Pelz, she really brought to light fasting for your hormones, fasting for your cycle, right? She has a book called Fast Like a Girl, and I'll put the link onto her videos as well, because it was definitely an eye-opener for me. So I realized that yes, I do intermittent fasting, but I really do the same type of fasting all the time, day in, day out. I either do the 16-8, sometimes I push to the 18-6, and that's kind of where I literally, stay. I don't venture off too tough. But she teaches you to fast for your cycle. And I've never heard of anything like that, right? Because as women, we go through hormonal imbalances, hormonal changes, depending on our 28-day cycle. So I bought her book, and because I'm a huge reader, I will read till the cows come home, and I don't just take, word for word. I'm the one that's got to investigate and see, is this legit, right? Because I don't want to follow any fad diets. I don't want to follow anybody that says you could lose 100 pounds in 2 days, right? That's not me. I'm never going to go for that, only because I know the deal. I know what it entails. So I read her book, and she actually talks about going in and out of different fasts, that it's not really beneficial to you for you to stay within one fasting window, right? So you move into 16-8, you move into 18-6, you even practice some 24-hour fasts, you even practice some 36-hour fasts, and even sometimes 72-hour fasts. And I was like, oof, I don't know if I could do a 72-hour fast, 3 days, no food, Just water. But I digress. So I been doing the fasting for my cycle, and right now I am in my power phase, which is I can practice longer fasting windows. So today I did an 18-hour fast. So I stopped eating the prior day at 6 p.m. and now it is a little after 12, which is what I'm supposed to be, eating, but I'm filming the video. So I'm probably going to go into more like the 19-hour by the time I finish this, right? But one of the things that is beneficial is to make sure that you are breaking your fast properly, right? Because you don't want to rest your digestive system from eating. You're getting all the benefits from fasting. You're rejuvenating your cells. You're going into ketones. You're burning fat, and then turn around and then your first meal is going to be sugar bomb, right? That's going to spike your insulin up, and it's actually going to bring you backwards to where you were, right? So breaking your fast with protein is usually the way to go. So I usually break my fast with a protein shake. So I am vegan and I don't I don't eat animal products, no meat, no dairy. So I usually get my protein from legumes, from certain vegetables, from pea protein, and things like that. So today I'm going to break my fast with a protein shake. Now there's a lot of ingredients that I add in there too, to just like boost my fiber and also, to increase fat burning, because the minute I drink this, my insulin is going to go up and I'm going to come out of fat burning state, because right now I'm in fat burning state, right? And then once I ingest this, right? Is it ingest, digest? One of those. I'm going to go back into sugar burning. So I want to make sure that I start my digestive system off with the best foods possible to continue on my weight loss and transformation journey, right? Okay, so I have my blender and I already have the ice in there. That's just so you don't hear the ice maker with the noise. So I already put the ice in the blender. And I am going to use my almond milk. So I already have my almond milk. I actually make my own almond milk, right? Because one day I told my other half, I said, you know what? I buy a lot of almond milk, right? I wish I could just make my own. And plus, a lot of times these food manufacturers, they put so much, gook, I call it, in the foods, right? Which is so unhealthy for you, right? And you look at the almond milk, it has like 20 different ingredients and none of them, what they mean. That means none of it could all be good, right? So I said, you know what? I wish I could just make my own. So, next thing you know, it was Christmas time and there was a box under my tree. And when I opened it up, boom, Santa bought me an almond maker, milk maker. So I can use almonds, cashews, macadamia nuts, and I make my own milk with water and it is freaking amazing. Plus it saves me money. So it's a win-win. So I already have my almond milk. I keep it in my little glass container. I'm going to pour about 8 ounces into the blender, right? And I'm almost short. I got to make some more, which I'll do later on today. Then I use my vegan protein. Now, I use vegan protein. I want to make sure that it has at least 20 to 30 grams of protein. Definitely when I break my fast, right? So I use this brand, which is from the gym that I teach at, which is, Lifetime Fitness. And it has 130 grams of protein with, I'm sorry, I said 130 grams of protein. I wouldn't have to eat all day, would I? It's actually 130 calories with 2 scoops. And this one is 20 grams of protein. So I'm going to put 2 scoops in here. And guess what, y'all? This has no sugar in it. So no added sugar. 2%, 2 grams of carbs, 130 calories, 20 grams of protein. So this is good stuff right here, right? Because I try to get the most cleanest protein as possible. So I'm going to take my 2 scoops and I'm going to put it in a blender. And that's going to be it for that, right? So now I get to add all of the flavoring that I want to enhance my protein shake. So I have my cinnamon here, right? I'm going to add this to my shake. Now, cinnamon is definitely beneficial, y'all. Did you know that cinnamon actually increases fat burn, right? Did you know that? When I first found out about this, I was like, oh my gosh, cinnamon on everything. I want the most fat burn as possible. I'm gonna put cinnamon on everything. Everything that requires cinnamon, cinnamon is going on it. So I put a couple of dashes of cinnamon into my shake. Then I put some of this stuff in here. Now I keep it in a plastic bag because if it gets on your counter, it will stain. And this is turmeric. So I literally swear by this stuff, especially since I work out a lot. And turmeric is a natural anti-inflammatory. It reduces pain in your joints and, in your muscles. The only thing about turmeric is that you do have to be diligent with it and taking it every single day, right? Because I remember I literally lapsed for maybe about a week because I was out of town and I didn't bring it with me. And I definitely felt a little achiness in my knee, right? Because I had knee surgery a couple of years ago. So I'm very diligent with making sure that I maintain consistency with taking turmeric. So if I'm not putting the powder in my smoothie, I do take turmeric capsules. So I'm going to put just probably about a tablespoon into my protein shake, right? And you don't have to do a tablespoon. You could do 2 teaspoons because it can alter the taste just a little. But that's why I have all these other stuff to kind of counteract that and hide that. So I'm going to put this into my protein shake. And I'm going to put this to the side, again, in a plastic bag so it doesn't stain my counter because we can't have that. Not on no granite, people. Not on no granite. All right, so then the next thing I'm going to do is, normally I put spinach in my protein shake, but I ran out of spinach. I do have kale. I tend not to use the curly type of kale because, sometimes the blender doesn't blend up all the pieces, right? So if you're going to use kale, I recommend doing the baby kale because that's actually a little bit softer. It's almost like spinach and it blends properly without having the little like gritty pieces. So I unfortunately have the curly, so I'm only going to use a little bit of this right in here. This is actually kale that I grew in my garden, y'all. So yes, I have a garden in the backyard. Every summer I try to grow a little vegetables so I don't have to be in the produce aisle at the supermarket. I grow my own. So I'm just going to put in a little bit, maybe like a half a cup or a little bit of a cup. And that's it. So there's no stems on it because I already pre-made my kale so that I could just put it in a shake or just cook it without the stems. All right. So I got my milk, my ice, my protein powder, my turmeric, my cinnamon, and now it's time for the stars of the show, which is the flavor. So I use a small banana, right? Because my banana has my potassium in it. And you can use a half a banana. You can use a whole one. Since it's pretty small, I'm going to use the whole thing, right? So I'm just going to put that in the blender and use that. And then I use dates, right? Because dates is a natural sugar. But make sure you get the ones without the pits in it. Because if you put the ones with the pits inside the blender, all you're going to hear is, and you might potentially break your blender, right? So because dates are very high in calories, right? It's 110 calories. 110 calories for 2 dates. 2. I'm only going to use 2. So don't go overboard, because you do want a healthy shake, but you don't want to spike up your calorie count, right? Because again, you know, you don't want to be like after your shake, right? I still want to be able to move around. I don't want to be stuffed on my first meal. So here it is, y'all. Here is my shake. So I'm going to put this on the blender and we'll be back. And we're about to have a nice, wonderful, healthy breakfast for breaking my fast. Okay, y'all, here it is. Here's my nice little protein shake. As you can see, it's a mixture in color because of the kale and the turmeric. So let's see how this bad boy came out. So I'll put this upside down so again I don't mess up my counter, and let's do it. Now I hope I put enough ice in here because I cannot do a hot shake. It's got to be ice cold. Alrighty, let's see how it tastes. This is my first meal, so it's officially been a little over 19 hours. So I'm breaking my fast with you. Cheers. Let's see. This is slamming. With the banana and the dates together, it's like sweetness on a stick. I don't even need no candy, no chocolate bar, because this is it. So I don't even taste the kale. I don't taste the turmeric. You know, I taste the banana, the dates, and a little of the cinnamon. So now that I have broken my fast, I'm going to hit my button on my fasting app so that it can show that I completed my fast. So now I'm going to have this shake. And again, I'm going to stop eating probably at 6 o'clock, which is another like 5.5 hours from now. And that's going to be my last meal. And I'm going to repeat the cycle all over again until I get to my 36-hour fast. I think I'll do a video on that one too. So thank you for joining my channel. I hope this is beneficial to you. So if you're in a fasting lifestyle, I hope that you will consider breaking your fast with a great nutritious protein shake, filling your body with something natural, delicious, and that's going to kickstart your digestive system and get you going for the rest of the day. So again, if you haven't done so yet, what are you waiting for? Click and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you at the next video. Cheers.